components. Now pick from content center, yes, this page, okay, escape, click on paste again, the brackets, bring the brackets in. So we're going to use to right click and rotate about Z axis, put one here, right click, rotate about Z axis, rotate again, and you put the other one here, escape. So let's bring another one here too. So the bushing we're going to use to, so click on open. This is one bushing, right click and rotate about Y, right click again. So this is the second one, escape, place again, come to place, come to ruler, click on it, select it, escape, come to place again, then click on short. So now we have all the components. So let me come to view so that it's view. Okay, go back to assembly here. So we now start our assembly. First thing, click on constraint. So we want to make sure this place, this under here, that face is what is lying in this place. So apply. Another thing is look at the center of this one and look, pick the round part of this place to apply. The same thing, select this round face and then you can come under here using your cube. Select this place, so apply. So the next thing, we're going to use the same method for this. Click on under here. So after clicking on under, select this space and apply. Another thing, you need to constrain the holes. Select this circular part and come under here to select the circular face of this one, so it has aligned. So we're going to do the same thing for the other end, which is this place. So select this round place. So come here and select this place too. So we have applied all the brackets, we've constrained the brackets. So the next thing we're going to do is to constrain our bushing to the ruler. So I'm going to select this face. I want this face. I want it to be joined to this place. So apply. Another thing, the center here, I wanted them to have the same center. I want them to have the same center. So I've selected this. So that has been done. Then I'll come to bushing again. Come to this face also. I want that face to be lying to face this face. So you can see it facing it. Apply. Another thing, I want this raspberry this thing to be concentric to this one. So that has been done. So the next thing is to pick the shaft. So I want this shaft, you can see showing the center line. I will select this place so that it will share the same center as be concentric. So apply. I want this face to lie flat on this place, so I will click on flush. Instead of the maze I've been using, I will click on flush this time. So I will select this place and select this place. You can see the two are flushed. So the next thing is I will now select I will come back to mate here. I will select this circular stuff. I will select it this place and I will pick this too. So they have the same center. So what I just need to do is I will tell it this face, I want it to mate with this place, to join to this. So apply. Now let's check if we have assembled it. Here you can see we have a perfect assembly. So the next thing for us is to use our fasteners to tie down this place. So since the fasteners is not part of what we imported, in that case we're going to pick it from the contents library. So I'll click on place. Instead of this time placing, I'll now pick place from the contents library. So click on place from the contents. Now what we want to bring up here is the fasteners, that's the bolts. So firstly come here, click on fastener. You have the options bolts, nuts, pin. So I'm going to select the bolts since that's what I actually need. So we also have different types of bolts. We have the countersunk, we have the hexa head, we have the hexa head with flange, and so on. But for this, we only want to use the sockets, which we normally call the Allen key. So click on this. So these are different types of socket bolts that are available. So I will just select the first one, which is AS1420 metric, which align with the standard we want to work with. So I've selected it. I will click on OK. So Inventor has the program has already been done in such a way that it detects the hole itself and assume the number of the total length of that bolt, the length is going to be. So I will select this circular part, the edge, so and click OK. What it will do is also that it will check that component and look for any holes that has similar pattern to that have the similar size. So it's going to select it. So when I click OK here, we're going to have both here and here. So I want to do the same thing to this side. So click on the edge here. So we're going to have bolts everywhere. So now we're done with our assembly for this. So we have assembled this. So Ctrl S to save it. So fully stand assembly. So now after this, the next thing for me is to explode it. So Ctrl N and let's open a new presentation file. So I'll come under here and select the standard, click it and create. So this is a presentation. So it's asking me for the type for the file I want to explode. So I'll click on this and open. So I have my model in the presentation. So the next thing for me now is to start exploding it. So click on this tweak component. So I'll click on tweak components. So the first thing is I'll bring this out. So click OK. After that, I'll bring this. And click on tweak component again. I'll go up. The same thing. I'll click on each of the bushing to click on it. You can bring this one come here. You can bring it here. Bring this one and send this one to that side. So what one more do we need? The bolt here. So let me bring this bolt up. The bolt here. Let me bring this one up too. This one. Let me bring it up too. Then let me bring this one that is under here. So let me bring this one down. So let me bring it down. So I can bring this, this, and this. So let me bring them back. Okay. So so we are done with almost all the exploding. So after that, when you're done with your exploding, you can play it. You can see to see how it's removing. So that is not what we're concerned about. So after you're done with this, so after we're done with this, the next thing is to click on new snapshot. So click on this. So you must have this the left or the right corner of your screen. So I have my exploded. I'll Control S and save. So Control N again to create my drawing. So I will select the ISO So create. Now under here when you want to write, so just come to annotate and come here and write. Open the box like this. Open the box like that and write your name. Ajisafe Wasiu Yomi. Let's enter F/hd/22/344 000. So and click OK. So you can see you have your name and your matric number there. So the next thing is start to bring the bundle. So just come to base. When you click on base, it will bring this one first, but that is not what we're working with. So I will select the assembly. Now for the assembly, I can expand it like this. Click on this edge and expand it like this. But what do I want to view? I want the isometric. So I have this. Now the options here are, this one is hidden. That means it will not show as colorful as it is now. But when you select the shaded here, you have it like this. So I'll click on this. Okay. So it has created this view. I'll do the same thing again so that I will have another view of it. So come here and select IAM assembly. So click on this edge to have the isometric. So you can turn it, you can find the other edge too. So you can see it's almost the same thing, but this one I can change it that I don't want to view it in shaded. I want only this. Just want the line. So you can see the two. So after you're done with the first page, this is your isometric. So I'll click on new sheet. The next one is I want to create the orthographic view. So I'll click on IM again. Now for orthographic, it now depends on the type of view you want to use. So when you move it, you've already selected this. When you move it to this side, it will create a side view. When you move it to this side, it's going to create another side view. And when you move it under here, so that is more like the top view. It will create the top view for you. So I have the I have this thing here. And if you are working with any type of projection, try and draw it here. So if there needs for you to draw anything here, just come to your sketch, draw the circle here, click on this place. Okay, so click another one, another circle inside. Then what again? Um, okay, just draw. So 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 it's more like you are telling the person the type of projection you're using. So come to dimension here. So to the overall dimension, um okay, the total, select this one. Okay, from the base here to this is so actually you have to do your dimension because that's part of what is going to give you the mark. So select um from here to here, so whatever, this to this. So just try and ensure you dimension all important places. So surely the dimension is now left to you. So when you finish all your dimension, then come to place view again, then create new sheet. This is where we do our exploded view. So click on base. So this time it's showing the exploded view, which is actually what you want. But these lines, I don't want them to show. So you can click on hide show trails. I've unchecked it. So with this now, you will see that when we click OK, you won't find it there. But before that, let's try and expand this thing. So they are too scatter. So I'll click on this. After clicking on it, the next thing I'll do is I'll go to annotate. So under annotate, I'll click on balloon. So this time I want to auto balloon. I don't want to be doing it manually. So I'll just click on auto balloon. The first thing I will select is I will select this view. You can see it showing like orange. So after that, it will ask me to all highlight everything. So I've highlighted everything. So I will click on here, select placement. So you can see I have different options. I have like three options there. If I want it to be around, you can see how it is. So the balloon will come from everywhere. If I want it to be horizontal, so it's going to come like this. If I want it to be vertical, the balloons will actually be vertical. So anyone you want, so I'll work with around. So I'll click on it and okay. So like this one, I don't like the way the number is, so I can bring it here. So literally I've solved like almost everything about this. So the next thing for me is to do the path list. So I'll click on path list here. So select this face and click OK. So I can drag my path list to this end. So click OK. You can see I have the path list. So I will double click here to edit the path list. Like descriptions, I may not put description there if there is need for me. Another thing there is just that I can add more. I can choose more column. So I'll click on this place and look for material. So this is material. I will add it. So it will come here. So this description, I will remove it. I don't need it. So click OK. Now you can see it's saying generic, generic, generic. So I can actually edit it. I can actually do the editing. So I'll highlight this one, my style. I want everything to be my style. So Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V. So I have renamed everything and I've put the material there to be my style. So it's depending on the type of material you're given. So literally this is almost all what I actually need for it. And another thing is, apart from that, there is also another view which we should have added. So I don't mind, maybe I will add it to the first page here. I will add it to the first page. So click on this, which is the section. Click on this, and what do I want to select? I want to select the assembly. Click OK. So for this, I can double click and edit the scale. I don't know this one. So I can double click under here and edit the scale. So let's say I want to put the scale to 1.1. So this is my scale. So okay, let me move all this one up. I want to move it up so that we have enough space to do whatever we want to do. So I'll move this one here too. I think I've been able to solve most of the problem. Or okay, now I can double click and still change where I'm seeing it. So if I change it here, okay, now I may decide to section it. Like okay, I want to section this thing. So if you want to section, I can bring my line here, my section line from the top here down, and right click, continue. So it's going to give me the option of what you can see. I have the options. It's already showing if I section it, how it's going to look. If I section it, how it's going to look. So that is actually what section is. So I have the sectioned. Okay. Another thing we use is what we call level of detail. The detail. What you normally use that for is when you have a small component that cannot be seen very well. So you can actually select that region and it will magnify it to one side so that they will have the dimension of that part of that region, and if there is any details you want to add to it. So that is the main essence of detail. So when you're done with everything here, so don't forget you have to do dimensions, and if there is need for you to do this same thing for each of the parts, you have to do it. So file, if I want to export as PDF, export to PDF. So you can see PDF, come here, option. You have to specify. Look like my own, I said all sheets, so that is why it will print all sheets. If the settings is not like that for your own, it might only print the first page. So I will just click OK. My settings are okay. So and I will click on save. So I'm expecting the exporting. So let me open the file. Let me open it. So this is it. This is the drawing. So it's just for practice for now.